Welcome back everybody to Planescape Torment. Right, it is now our turn to ask questions of Ravel. Why would you make me immortal, Ravel? It's what you wanted, seedling. You asked so sweetly. How could Ravel say no to one such as you? Immortality was your solution and your challenge to me. My solution? But why? I don't know, seedling. Time has chipped away at my memories as well as it would seem. Seem? If you remember, tell me. I'm a curious myself. It must have been something important. Isn't it in the nature of a man to want to live forever? Only if it lies on the path to carries a greater pain. Only if what lies on the path carries greater pain. Ravel, this is important. Do you have any idea why I asked you to do it? Death was a thing you needed to dodge. An easy thing to say, mayhap, but to do, it is not. Immortality, even with its flaws, was the best solution this withered mind could untangle. Yet, lead is not easily a change to gold, but it is possible. Though the unwise? Ravel, if water can be drawn from blood, then mortality can be taken from a mortal, peeled back like a sticky film. So you pulled it off. The gulf between man and unman is great. You travelled the distance, I provided the means, but you crossed it on your own. Ravel slaps her head and rakes her hand through her hair. Bad, Ravel. Mortals are too flawed to made to last. Still they break. They must be dragged kicking and screaming into the unhealthy new mould. Unhealthy? So the ritual was flawed. Shortcuts must be made so they can break the moulded. It is not always the mould that breaks, but the substance that poured into it. Force something into a shape it was not meant to be, and it breaks. I thought the material was of stronger stuff, but you have been broken. But I am immortal. Surely that was a success. You have survived long, immortal one, but you have become prey of the creature that is life. She cups her hands and reverses it, forming a canopy with her hands. The body is but a hut for the soul, but now no one dwells in your hut. So what went wrong with the ritual? Puzzle flesh broken, beautiful, beautiful mortal man. The ritual was not a finished thing. Ravel's brows wrinkle and her talons prick at her hair, tugging at on a lone strand. The ritual gave you what you wanted, but... The ritual gave you what you wanted, but great were the costs. The casting of shadows, the quiet, violent deaths of the mind, the pain-taking emptiness. These things are dangerous things of such a fragile vessel. No matter how strong a mortal man, regret them, and the rituals do I. Casting of shadows. Ungrateful shades, but the ungrateful ones without causes. The shades, they hate you, Nameless One. For they are fathered by you, your children, once forsaken. They will never forgive. They will do everything that they can to destroy the parent, such is the way of children. How do I father shades, these shadows? Oh dear. Uh-oh. Uh-huh. So these are my children. And they... You cast shadows on existence, Nameless One. With every death, a shadow arises fresh from the fields of your flesh. They wander for a time, but they always return, looking to murder their parent. Such is the way of many offspring. Ravel purses her lips in disapproval, then suddenly pokes you in the chest with a talon. And thankless young men such as yourself. Tell me more about this ritual. The ritual gave you what you wanted. Okay, yep. The quiet, violent death of the mind. 1,000 deaths, and you recover from each. Not so the mind. The mind is more fragile. Its scars run deep and do not heal. The brain is encased with a hard bone shell, difficult to breach, but with no defense against that of which eats it from within. More of the ritual. Painstaking emptiness. You have a hole. Where? Where your immortality once lay within your shell. She makes a hand into a fist and shakes it. Rattle, rattle goes the hollow man, a baby's plaything with naught but a tiny stone that clatters and clanks in your frames. Tell me more about the ritual. Despite these problems, it seems as though the ritual worked.
Updated my journal.
You doubt Ravel? Of course I delivered on what I promised. Not long after the spell I drew closed, I killed you to see if it had worked. You struggled so, but I kept my grip tight and watched you die your first of many deaths. Ravel clacks her teeth. It was then was I learned of it in its flaws. What flaws? Ego enwraps us like a prison. Forgot I did, it oft times serves as a shield. Ravel clicks her tongue. My pretty, pretty thing, there is much wisdom and understanding in truth that life is a preparation for the ultimate goal, death. Our life is a means, but we learn how to die, if we forget such things. So that's when you discovered I lost my memories when I died. Yes, Ravel nods. Unfortunate. Without the mortality to hold such memories tight, the shell as a body is. So you took my mortality from me. Is it still intact? Ravel seems surprised and alarmed. Yes, yes, yes. Fear not for a broken mortality. If you are here at talking to me, intact your mortality must be. Such a thing cannot not be destroyed for as long as you exist. You are an anchor of your mortal soul. As long as you are intact, so it shall be. Made to last are you. Ravel smiles and giving a whizzing laugh. For life swallowed you and spat you out. It swallowed him, but I don't know if it came back out of that end. Enough of this. Look, Mort. Look, Ravel. You took my mortality from me. It has caused more harm than good. I would take it back now. You have had it over long, I think. Ah, you make a demand. Ravel's black-veined eyes sharpen and twist, taking on a disturbed awareness, and she bares her yellow fangs. No, no, no. That, Ravel, I will not do. What is undone cannot be done. Why not? Ravel cannot give you such a thing to you, my precious man, for Ravel has nothing to give. I never possessed you or your mortality, though I wish to keep them both in my garden as selfish affection's keepsakes, trace the patterns of your flesh, but such things Ravel could not bring herself to do. Why not? You loved him! Anna breaks her silence and she sounds astonished. You loved him, you did! Ravel gives a low, wild smile. Is that so hard for you to believe, fiendling? She cackles softly to herself. Does Ravel, being Ravel, and thus a myth, does not deserve to carry such a feeling in her black brambled heart? No creature is undeserving of such a feeling, Ravel. Grace speaks softly. The histories do not paint such a compassionate picture of you, however. The past is the past, and histories care little for us speaking the truth of it. Ravel frowns and her voice drops slightly a threatening, and she studies Grace. The feeling brushed me, yes, and now I hold your silvered tongue, abyssal daughter. I need not your soft words to cloud the air here. The man and I shall speak, and you shall bow out of this. I shall attend to you shortly. Enough, Ravel. If you don't have my mortality, where is it? I don't know, sweet thing. But if I were you, I would get it back, quick. No telling what horrible things someone could do to you if they held your mortality for ransom. Ravel clicks her talons together. It would be like holding someone's sweet, succulent soul, a puppet dancing on someone's strings. Would you be a most sad puppet too? Knowing where it is, I do not. Well, it would have been too easy for you to know where it could be found. Looks like I'm off for another hunt. Ah, not so quick to rush off you should be. Ravel gives a horrid smile, her tusks gleaming. I do not know where your mortality lies, my precious man, but there is another that may carry the knowing of such a thing. Another may know? Who? Ravel's eyes dim, as if she is staring at something in the distance, and her voice slows. A fair-skinned one you must seek, an angel, a diva, one who soars on the wings of the morning with his hands, is the architect of the horizons. He lies beyond my keeping, in another cage, in another prison. In his knowing is the knowing of what you wish to know. Ask him your questions, listen to his answers, use them as guides. And where can I find this angel?
Updated my journal.
In leaving this prison to another cursed prison where you arrive. Although it may not appear such to casual glances, step lightly and you find the golden link in the ever-shortening chain. The light shall give the dark of the matter, and the new path shall be open to you. Delightfully cryptic, though not surprising. Thanks. Of past I am not held to particulars. You are fortunate to receive anything, O caustic one. Oh, am I? It's just the chain of who knows of what, where they are. There never seems to be a smooth series of links. Ah, Ravel smiles, holding up one of her talons. That is why you must keep each link safe, as if they are not smooth now. Imagine what the chain would be like when more links shatters. Time and death are not one as patient with others that they are with you. What are you saying? What if one of your precious links was to die? What if you forgot yourself again? What would you do then? Where would your stolen mortality be? Then would be lost forever, for there would be no one left to ask how to reach it. Tracing your path would become harder, mayhap impossible. True enough. In any event, I have other questions for you, Ravel. Some questions about her. Thank you for the information you've given me, Ravel. I must leave. Actually, nope, I'm done. Halt! Ravel's voice drips to a low hiss, like that of a serpent. The most important question you have yet to ask, my precious man. Has it ever occurred to you yet? No? What question are you speaking of? Ravel, do you know how to leave this beautiful garden of yours? You must ask. Ask this, will you? She prompts you with one of her talons, her bloody eyes gleaming. Go on, go on. Ravel, how do I leave this beautiful garden of yours? I know the branchings of this place, the twistings and bendings of the burrows. There are no leaves here. One must take the leave when they wish it. So you do know how to leave. Wrap your hands around your light branches, make them encircling your chest like a cage. Step from the edge of the maze into the darkness, and into another cage your body shall go. A simple leaving, but there is no return when that final step is taken, so take heed and take what you need before you take the step. Which of the edges of the maze do I leave by? Which? A question posed to the witch. Which? Of the edges I do of the edges knows I not. The remembering of which has failed me, and the edges of the maze have little to say about on the matter. You've known how to leave all this time. Then why don't you leave? Why stay when one can leave is your question to me? Ravel breaks into a crooked smile, displaying a row of fangs. I turn the question upon its head and send it scurrying back to you. The answer lies not in the staying or leaving, but in the causes and the reasons, my precious half-man. You don't want to leave? Is it a want? A once want? Or a want now want? Or a more and more a not want? What I... Oh my god, this English, good god. What I do need that lies beyond my brambled walls is... It is a cruel, jagged world between the edges of this maze, and Ravel has pulled enough of its shards from his skin. Okay, very well. Thank you, Ravel. I must bid you farewell. Ah, so you say. Ravel's voice takes on a strange whisper, very sad. That sends echoes through your mind. One final question do I have for you. Do you wish to leave me, my precious half-man? I do not wish to be trapped here in this place, Ravel. It is your home, not mine. No, 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 no this! Ravel raises a taloned finger as if warning you. No, it is our home, my precious half-man. Two immortals such shall we be in this black bramble garden, and I shall keep you safe from the plains. I think you know not what you say, Ravel. There's a terrible shimmering in the air around Ravel, and the sound of snapping twigs, cracking tree limbs, and the horrid sounds of tree bending and splintering. What? Ravel's lips peel back and her voice becomes shrill like a howling wind. What you know of knowing, half-man? Know this. Know you will stay here until the end days in my bramble garden, never to leave, and you shall love me as if you were meant to, as you promised. I will not, Ravel. Do not threaten me. I will leave this place. I shall not let you leave. I have the power to keep you here. I shall use it. My black barb maze shall not allow you to travel beyond it while I live, my precious, precious man. Ravel, I do not want to fight you. Don't do this. Allow me passage and I shall return to visit you. You need not be alone in this place. Return? Return as you claimed as you would so long ago? No, no, you shall not lie to Ravel twice. No more centuries will I wait for you. Ravel's lips peel back. Her talons seem to grow into fiendish claws. Here in my garden you will stay. I wander the plains you will no longer. Ravel, calm yourself. There's no need for this.
You have forgotten your place, half-man. Humility is in order.
Ravel, don't do this.
Updated my journal. Increased my skills.
Okay. I dare say there's going to be a... Oh, shears. This is going to hurt. Pretty badly, actually. Do I have the means to heal through this? I have bandages. What's that? No. Gorgon Slide? No. Okay, we're just going to have to pull out all the stops and do some really big things here. Right.
How may I help?
We're going to need a spell, and we're going to need a good one. Right. Yeah. You're going to have to attack that. I mean, we've faced Tridgets before, so it's not going to be a problem. So, hopefully, we get to get through this. Okay. Let me see. Strength.
I'm hurt.
Oh, this is not going to go well.
Encore.
Good guess. He seemed like a right enough.
Okay, I don't know if we were meant to die to that or what. We've lost our Gith. Select. Okay, can I? Whoa. Okay. I don't know if I was meant to die to that or not, but actually, I'm gonna do some.
All right.
Do some things.
Barbs covering these trees are quite fascinating.
I want to talk to Anna. Are you all right? There's some questions. Why don't you ask the stuck-up Arquebus some questions then? And his eyes narrows to slit. Why are we even traveling with her? We don't need her. We don't. Anna, please. You're very important to me, and I need your help. Oh, what is that then? This should be Richard, should. You pity me, is that it? You think I should slow you down? Go on, say it. I don't pity you, and you don't slow me down. You're quick and you're skilled, and I really need all the help I can get. Anna frowns, her tail flickering back and forth. Well, no, I'll gut you if you start sizing this up for a feast, I will. She glares at you, and don't get any ideas I'm standing because you want me to. I'm just helping you out, I am. Whoa. Okay, some questions. In the maze, Ravel says you were tormented. What did she mean? Anna frowns. She meant nothing, she did. Balmy hag talk it was. Are you sure? It was nothing. If you don't know what she was saying, I don't either. Well, if you want to talk about it, I'm Liz. Anna's gaze drops for a moment. I don't know why I'm traveling with you. I don't know why I went with you to find Ravel. She frowns, and she seems more confused and angry. It makes no sense, it does, and I don't like it. Anna takes a deep breath. I have feelings for you. It feels strange, it does. I don't think I've ever liked anyone, but yeah. Anna gives a half-hearted shrug without meeting her gaze. I don't know why it is about you. I mean, you're daft a lot of times, and you walk around like your hips are broken, and you're clumsy, and you smell like a zombie, but... She sighs. I like you. Anna, why don't you say something? We could have settled this long before... It's because I think you're doomed. Yay. Anna suddenly meets your gaze. I think you walk with chains, but I don't know it... You don't know it yet, so I feel for you. I'm afraid for you, and that's killing me, it is. I cannot let you come to harm. I don't know what to do to stop it. Let's kiss her instead. Yay! You grab the back of her neck with your free hand and you watch Anna's features go stone as you pull her to you and kiss her on the lips. Ah. At first, it's like kissing a wall. She suddenly stops slowly. She starts slowly kissing you back, hesitant at first, with more confidence, her teeth biting at your upper lip. You hear a snarl on the back of her throat, and her tail starts sneaking around your leg, squeezing. Each squeezing matches one of her bites. Oh my goodness. Would you two cut it out before I get the Davos over here to separate the two of you? Mort at least tries to allow me to cut in. As you kiss, you suddenly notice that Anna's skin becomes warm. It's radiating heat like hot coals. You pull back, and Anna's teeth gives one last bite, and she looks at you in confusion, then anger. What is it then? I'm not good at it, am I? No, it's your skin. Why are you getting warm all of a sudden? Aye. Anna frowns and looks at herself. You know, small wisps of smoke trailing up from the edges of her jerkin. Fiend blood to Tess. She raises an eyebrow. Never had that happen before, though. What? No one's kissed you before? She shrugs. No one ever dared to. Even if they did, I doubt it would have been like that. I'll take this as a compliment then. Aye. Anna glances around, her tail is flickering erratically. Are we going to keep moving now or what? We don't have time to be standing and chatting, we don't. Alright, let's move on. Alright, we are currently stuck in... Well, that was kind of interesting. Okay, Ravel's secret garden. What the... The circular plot of the floor of the maze is a particular that is peculiar in that all the vegetation around it is died except for 3 sickly twigs in the center. It looks as if the twigs devoured all the other vegetation around them. Examine. The twigs are thin, like grasping fingers, and they have none of the black barbs that coat the branches elsewhere in the maze. Other than that, there seems to be nothing remarkable about them. Uh-huh. Right, so that's that.
Done.
The arch is made of a gnarled tree limb that has grown from the floor of the maze and then falls in an arc. As you step up to the arch, the space beneath the arch glows softly. It seems to lead to some strange black barbed garden. Examine the archway. As you examine the natural arch, you notice the left side of the trunk is scored, as if someone took a knife blade and cut several notches into it. The scorings, however, don't look like they come from a knife blade. They look like slash marks, as if from someone's talons. Scratch the trunk of the tree with your fingernails, see what happens. You sink your fingernails into the bark, and to your surprise, the wood gives way beneath your nails, like porridge. You dig your nails through the side of the bramble tree, and in response, the glow beneath the arch glows brightly, beckoning you to step through it. Step through the bright. Yay! Portal. Okay, we have... that's Ravel. We've got a corpse to pick up. Well, luckily, I am now at full health.
Damn it.
Die.
Yeah, take that, Tridget. And now for Ravel.
I'm a little out of practice, it seems.
Die. Die.
Okay, ghosts now. What? Okay, so the undead shades are now coming in and doing what? I have no idea what's going on now.
Learn some new tricks.
Right,
Done.
I don't know if I can actually raise dead. Select spell? No. Raise dead. Oh, it was right here. Alright, the con. I don't know if there was actually any inventory that was on... Oh, yes, there was. Yes, make sure you pick up the stuff that you had dropped. Alright, actually, the con...
Your will be done.
Okay, we'll take the heart charm, scroll, fingernail, fiendish eye. What the hell? Yeah, let's identify it. Why not? The fiendish eye of Kalamandar. Okay, -1 wisdom, +2 charisma. Okay, well, I've got an eye socket I can place that into. Why not? Because I can. Black sphere. Okay, heart charm. Right. Apparently, there's a portal that way we could probably get to. There's a portal down that way too. We have to fight to get to it. I think it's going to be a fight either way. Now, I don't think there's any other loot to be had. Okay, guys. Fight the Tridget. Okay. The greater shadows we're going to have to fight as well.
Mike's not working on this thing. Mike's not working on this thing. Mike's not working on this thing.
Well, luckily, I have... Right. So, we should... Let's try and make a run for it, shall we? Run for it! Okay, no, we're going to have to fight. Okay. Hang on.
All right.
I think I just boxed myself in.
Seems true. I will hear you. Die.
Okay, I thought...
All right. I'm gone. All right. Done.
Okay, so that's not a thing.
Black bobs covering these trees are quite fascinating.
The space beneath this bramble branch archways in a large desert city surrounded by great walls. This must be the prison Ravel mentioned. Fold your arms around you like a cage and step through the portal. Arrivederci! And we have... Oh, Ravel's body.
Off with you. Dead I am.
Then Death's kingdom has sealed its gates to us both. Arise, crone.
Away with you. I'm dead, and no traffic.
I care little for how you die, but I warn you for the last time. Arise, or I shall slay you where you lie.
What?
I had thought that dying at his hand would fulfill the requirements the past put forth.
What the...
You cannot have thought that one would have a chance. You were indulgent to let him think he was successful.
The transcendent one.
Powerful this incarnation is. And kill me he could have, but for a few tricks I possess. Fortunate was I.
Fortune abandoned you the moment I found you. Has your life prepared you for what is to come, hag?
I am not afraid. Not of the likes of you, ragged thing. Weak Ravel may be, but a few tricks has Ravel learned over the years. And I have known you would come.
Ooh, magic spells, magic spells, magic spells. Okay. Fire and ice. Okay, she died again?
No longer shall you trouble existence with your presence, witch.
Ah, she's dead now. Well, oh, movie time. The Outlands. So, Ravel is dead. And we are here at a new plane. Well, thank you everybody for joining me for this episode of Planescape Torment. If you've enjoyed the episode and enjoyed the series thus far, do go ahead and click that like button. And of course, if you're interested in anything else I've done in the past, do head on to some of the playlists over to the right-hand side. Well, I've been Raetac. I'll see you next time.